Hey, what's up, guys? So I thought I'd up you guys on how this mesocycle is going. So I'm currently on week 3 of my mesocycle, and things felt pretty dang good this week. I had a really good week of training. Recovery felt awesome. I generally notice that I tend to peak around weeks 3 and 4 of my mesocycles, and just really start to feel good and strong. And so for this week, I added 5 pounds to my sets of 6 on squat. Little baby PRs, but it's those changes in, load added to the bar that are going to add up to a big result over time. So, and then I did 275 pounds for 8 reps for my back off sets. Again, up 5 pounds from last week, increased set or two. And I really liked how these felt. For squats, I am realizing I need to make sure I do a better job of warming up my hip flexors and my adductors, just because I tend to notice that I have issues with sinking down in the hold to start out, and things don't feel as good when I'm doing, when I'm starting out my squat work, and they tend to feel a lot better towards the end, and so I know that's just because I need to do a better job of raising my core body temperature, and then probably a little bit more of a methodical warm-up with the barbell. But I'm going to try that next week and tell you how that feels. And then this is my first time trying sumo deadlifts with the deadlift bar, besides New Jersey with Quinn and Dylan and Corn, all those guys. And it felt so good with the deadlift bar. Just it fits like a glove for my sumo. I did 455 for 8 reps for my first couple sets. I did lower weight down. It's kind of funny if you guys notice those guys in the back just watching me. It's a pretty common occurrence in the commercial gyms. Just anything about a 315 is impressive. But yeah, anyways, I did back down weight later on in this session just because I wanted to work a little bit more on my positioning. I just have a little bit of an issue with scapula rounding over, having a little bit too much excess upper back rounding than I would like. It's not terrible, but if I can sit back more into the pull and really use, like form basics and biomechanics and guidelines are there for a reason, because it helps you move more weight more efficiently and safer, and you're recruiting more muscle fibers. So sometimes you have to drop your ego and just focus on getting that technique and form above weight, because people forget that progressive overload is not limited to just adding weight to the bar, and sometimes it's literally just getting better form, having a longer range of motion, having things look better. So I dropped down to 425 for my last couple sets of 8. It felt really easy. Positioning was better here. I actually lost count on this one. I asked the cameraman, was that 8? Powerlifter problems. So kind of funny. After that, I did barbell rows. I was home at my home gym. I wanted to go home and just be around my family on my couple of days off from my other job. So I came home and just got lifted at the home gym. But this felt good. I'm doing 205 here for I think sets of 10. And after that, I did some lat pull downs. Basically just arbitrary back work. I do have days where I only do back training and bicep training, just because I'm in a hypertrophy mesocycle. The goal is to grow, making sense by the principle of specificity, having a day where we're more focused on hypertrophy, and back training is a good way to help manage fatigue and still overload, and make progress on hypertrophy. And then what you're seeing here is a PR for me on incline bench at 255 pounds for 5 reps. I did have a little bit of a glute raise on reps 4 and 5. I just need to do a better job of applying my leg drive out instead of up, and then also just pressing my back into the pad more. But I mean, it felt pretty easy, honestly. Like RPE, 8, 9. So I'm really happy with that. Weight's just moving up. The surplus has been. I've had a hard time with gaining weight just because my adaptive thermogenesis and NEAT, and there's I fidget so much more, I run around more. I have a very active job, so being in this actual surplus and finding like a point where I'm gaining weight has been a bit of a challenge this mesocycle, but like I'm really not that concerned because performance is going up and I'm looking better, I'm looking fuller, I'm seeing all the changes that I really want to see. So I'm really pleased with that. I'm just going to keep trucking along and hopefully find that sweet spot where I'm gaining weight and it can really have incredible progress. So I came into the gym the next day and I decided to pull sumo. Going off program, felt really good. I put on 545, felt super easy, and then I went up to 585. That was also easy. Then it's 605, and that was like pretty easy. I was really surprised. I'm an hypertrophy mesocycle, right? I haven't done a single in freaking weeks. So I loaded on 645, and I almost got it. I literally had it. I lost focus on the lockout, and I had my weight drift forward, so I didn't lock it out. Failed the lift. Severely depressed about that. Going into my conventional deadlift work for back off sets, did 455 for 6. RPE of like 8 at most. But I'm going to hit 645 very soon. I know I have it. I just need to, give myself a little bit of time to allow the fatigue to dissipate and then try again. But I know it's in the bag, and I'll get it. I lifted it. I just need to keep positioning, and I'll lock it out. Then after my deadlifts, I also did conventional. I also did deficits after that. Didn't film it, but I did increase the deficit on it. So like from a 2-inch deficit instead of 1 inch, just because I felt like I could get more of the target musculature, the erectors, the hamstrings, the etc. With a little bit of higher deficit, it felt a lot better. And then I did some squat work after deadlifts because everybody loves doing hypertrophy squats after hypertrophy deadlifts. But these felt and looked awesome. Getting more used to deadlifting and squatting on the same day for sure. It's definitely draining, but with more exposure, I'm getting a lot better at it. And then I also hit another PR. You're seeing a common trend here. Like, I've been under eating for such a long time. Like, looking at how much food I've added and how much better I feel, how much fuller I feel, and like I've been in like at the very least a very slight caloric deficit for the past 4 or 5 months. So going back into this surplus has just been magical for PRs. And that was 295 for 5. Again, the same issue. We need to learn how to apply my leg drive out instead of just up, and use that to help initiate the bar path back and up. And then I did some barbell SKULLCRUSHERS, kind of like jam presses a little bit, but like I'm kind of doing it like this because I feel it better and get a better range of motion. And then I did some flies, but yeah, basically overall like a really productive week of training. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on how things are going in the future. But that's really it for this video. Thanks you guys for watching. And if you guys are interested in custom programs or coaching, link is down below. But yeah, so yeah, guys, have a good day. Have a good one.